completely unrelated, but I was trying to find the end of life on endoflife.site, right? And I just, I saw CentOS there. I was just like, this is
Wait,
interesting. I'll see.
CentOS dot. I didn't wait. What?
End of life or
End
end
of,
of life.date. End of life.date.
I've never heard of this site. What? Wait, end of life.
It's just it's end of life for everything.
Huh.
So it's
How have I
really
never
useful,
heard of this?
right?
Okay.
Well, now you have.
Yeah, now I have apparently.
So God, I just find it incredibly look at the CentOS one.
Wait, CentOS. CentOS. Here we
Not
go.
stream.
Yeah. Ends in 9 months. And yeah,
that's... You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The CentOS situation was such a mess.
It was. From a technical perspective, my personal perspective, I get the technical reason for doing it. I think the old CentOS model was actually kind of shit. To be honest, you would have there would be sort of this lag between CentOS getting shit and rel, and it was not very great, breakage crap. But and I really like this new model where you have stream in between Fedora and rel, because then it allows me to get sort of if I ever I'm don't do anything that necessarily requires stream, but if I ever we might in the future, I'll explain that later. But if we do, having stream there just to be able to test crap before the new rel minor release comes up, very nice. And also just that's great. But it was such a clusterfuck, the entire thing. I think
all they needed to do was keep CentOS until the next version of rel, and that be like, hey, we are cutting the CentOS project. You have until the next version of rel to migrate. Come join rel. If you don't want to, find something else. But doing it in the middle of a release, that's where it gets really weird.
Yeah, no, that I mean, that was horrible. And I especially in recent, Red Hats also have, other communication fuck ups, I guess you could say, right? Just generally bad decisions. And at this point, it's just, I don't really know what else. I don't really know what to say. It's just, I'm just sort of disappointed, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And it is what it is. It's not a great time to be in the enterprise Linux ecosystem.
Well, isn't it? It's a great time if you looking at it from the outside and you want to see an absolute train wreck.
Oh God, yeah.
This shouldn't need to be said, but I'll say it again. Everyone I know at Red Hat is a lovely person. All of the engineers that I've met, all great people. They are not the people who are making the executive decisions. The engineers that are, in repos that you see every day, they're just trying to make things better. If you want to blame anyone for the problems that rel has, focus it on the company itself, not on the people doing important work.
Yep, I 100% agree. I've had a lot of I've had nice, not many, but I've had nice conversations with people from Red Hat, and they've generally been very great. I know a lot of there's people on the Fira team that have I know a lot more people from Red Hat, and they can all attest to that. The developers, everyone there, great people, right? So I do agree. Don't go after the individuals here, or at least the individual developers, the technical people, the non-managers.
Yeah, they just
but
they're just doing what they do, and I know people. I've spoken to people from Red Hat who just openly just disagree with the direction they're going, but it's just
I mean,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course. I just wish that I obviously don't know how they run internally, right?
Sure.
But I really wish they had more people actively involved in development in some sort of management role, or at least an advisory role, just so at least they could structure the communication where it isn't complete dog shit, like in the case of CentOS debacle, right? And I'll be honest, I used to really love like the whole enterprise Linux thing. I used to run like we do still run like we run Alma for like our production servers. Except for our new servers, which I know this is gonna sound a bit scary, but they run SUSE Micro OS. Or, yeah, I think that's what it is. OpenSUSE Micro OS.
I don't think I
Right,
recognize
because
the system.
I want to say it's I know it's just OpenSUSE's like immutable thing.
Okay.
So we run that in production because we have a 3-node Kubernetes cluster running in Europe for like all of our services and internal services and such. And I will say I've run into microOS sometimes, so just weird annoyances. But in general, I've been really liking it. So that's if you ever need to run a Kubernetes cluster, there you go.
Yeah,
but
something that
I
definitely
mean, the
comes
main
up in my
thing is
daily
that
life for sure.
yeah, of course. I mean,